was on a mission to get everybody to get along. I was newly hired to the position, only like 6 or 7 months in. And we had our first big conference, just try to create a vibe of familia to make everyone feel comfortable and feel like they wanted to be there. At the conference, I had this board where people can put what they're cheering about, what they're contemplating, and what they're concerned about. And one of the concerns, there's a little card that says there's this thing called COVID.
The mysterious new virus.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Now the growing concerns about the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S.
I've worked in higher education my whole career, and we've never had to be fully virtual in the public colleges that I've worked at. So you're taking admissions and records, financial aid, all these offices that's the job is to be at the front desk, right? Is to come up to the front desk and interact. Within 2 days, everybody was set up in student services to provide the services virtually. Everybody was having to shift their entire lives, dogs barking, like my dogs are always barking. And so you're trying to manage being on this camera, but you're also trying to manage all the life stuff you have happening behind you. Plus you're trying to stay alive. Plus you have family members who had got COVID, and I lost 4 family members to COVID. Not only was COVID happening, but then the uncovering of all the racial injustice was happening. And that we've always known has been there, but it came to the surface. And then there's a lot of political turmoil because we went from a very liberal political system to a different conservative political system. Everybody arguing within families and among each other around different political beliefs. There's a term called Zoom gloom. People have Zoom fatigue. The students are over it. And we, as employees are sitting there looking at these little tiny boxes all day, and the students are in classes for hours on end looking at these tiny boxes. The mental health issues started really affecting our students. It was a time of stress for every person in the world, really was affected by this. But I was always thinking about my staff and, the 120 people in my unit, are they okay? Because I'm barely holding on myself.
Where are all my dancers at? There you go.
How do we get through this together? So because I was thinking that, I was trying to create experiences that would allow us to, as much as possible, to connect on a virtual platform. We have cried together, we've danced together, we have learned a lot together. So I think somehow we have maintained who we are as human beings. We're back on campus, and now we're back to an in-person conference. This year's conference is focused on the employee. And so where is the space for them to process what they're going through? Making sure that we are focused on self-love, self-care. I've never run a conference like this. It's always been about students, but we can't support the student if we don't create a space of health for ourselves. We need to take care of ourselves first to be able to do this work.